what it means to be an American. America is freedom, and freedom is special and rare.
We, the people of this great nation.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
We, the people.
We, the people
of this great nation.
of this great nation.
Good evening, my fellow Americans, and yes, this is a great nation, a nation where you, the people, can choose how many people you want in your household during Thanksgiving. I plan on having a full house because that is tradition, and I'm not going to stop. The soldiers that have fought for this country fought for us to have the right to enjoy ourselves, the right to freedom, the right to for the government not to control us. And apparently these governors are starting to take matters into their own hands and becoming quite the dictators. So that being said, we have some late breaking news. I just wanted to throw in that little stab in there to the Democratic governors that suck. We have some late breaking news. Donald Trump has finally done the inevitable, what we knew he was going to do early on. He finally pardoned General Flynn. Well-deserved, a true patriot of America. Did so much for this country, was tarnished, destroyed. His reputation was thrown through the floor. Lost so much money in legal fees, went bankrupt. I mean, this man deserved more. He deserved more, and the FBI's biased agenda, along with crooked Hillary's little fake Steele dossier that destroyed so many people, so many innocent people's lives. He finally got justice. He finally officially got pardoned because it seemed like the judge, who was an Obama appointee, just didn't want to. He just chose not to let it go. Even though the Department of Justice decided not to pursue it, he continued. But that's the Democratic way. Punish those who support our president or who are part of the president's team, apparently. This is awesome news, just so you know, for the whole fighting and the battle that we're having right now for the presidency. Pennsylvania judges ordered the Pennsylvania election results certification to be halted pending a hearing. This is good news because this is probably the first time we're going to be able to see evidence and the affidavits and the people testifying. And apparently they went to court today and they were talking to the legislators and a lot of the people in the legislation on how this is unconstitutional, which it is because it has to go through the law. You have to make this law through the legislators in order for it to be valid. That being said, it's still an uphill battle, but nevertheless, I'm still hopeful that we will get through this, and no matter what the end result is, at least justice will be served. At some point, we have to hold these people accountable. On another note, I see all these celebrities trying to offer peace and unity with Republicans when they've been treating us like shit for the last 4 years, and suddenly they want peace and they want us to be nice to them and they want us to be unified. No, we do not accept that offer. Thank you. We would have accepted it a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, but not after your candidate supposedly won. That is still to be yet determined. But nevertheless, I feel like we're heading in the right direction. I think I think they're going to get to the truth, whether it changes the election result or not. It will be another accomplishment on Donald Trump's book. It will be another accomplishment, ladies and gentlemen, because he will unveil the fraud that occurred in this election. There is no human way possible that Joe Biden got that many votes. I'm sorry. I just can't believe it. I know maybe I'm in denial. Maybe I'm in complete denial. Joe Biden hiding in a bunker, 8 people at a time, no hard questions. Donald Trump rallies, has thousands of people in the cold with rain, and they show up for him. I highly doubt that Donald Trump lost this election. It's hard to believe. I'm sorry. It's just, it's something that I cannot believe. Now, what I was waiting for was the bombshell that apparently never came. I'm trying to see if by any chance she filed the documentation. Sidney Powell, who was supposed to be dropping a bombshell today, but apparently no bombshell was dropped. And it worries me. It does worry me because I feel like maybe she is either leading us on or she actually has something. She's a very credible woman. I'll never take that away from her. But again, you make allegations, you need to present those allegations. And I think the American people deserve to know the truth. And it's about time. It's about time. I'm personally tired of waiting and waiting and waiting. And I think that most Americans we want this bombshell to fall so we can have peace of mind, so we can finally go about our business and hopefully reelect Donald Trump. If not, accept an America Last agenda by good old Joe Biden, who's already shown us what his agenda is gonna be. So, anyways, I'm trying to look through everything, through court documents, to see if there's anything that was filed. Apparently nothing has been filed. The only one that seems to have had a credible and victorious day was Rudy Giuliani. It seems like he's the only one that's had a victory today, along with I forget her name, but his other lawyer that's with him. So that being said, it seems like it was a pretty positive day today. General Flynn was also pardoned, which is great, as well as Adam Schiff making remarks saying that it was the wrong thing to do. This coming from a man that created an entire impeachment off an anonymous whistleblower that we still don't know who it is, and I think I know who it is. I think it's Adam Schiff himself who's the whistleblower. And if we all remember, Bill Clinton kind of pardoned a lot of criminals right before leaving office. I mean, drug dealers that gave him funding in his campaign. So, yeah, I'll go with Trump's with Trump's pardon. I agree 100%. Most scholars would too. The Department of Justice did not want to pursue this anymore. And I think he did the right thing. And as for Adam Schiff, he's a piece of shit. That guy should have never been in office. No personality, looks like a robot. Him and Mark Zuckerberg have that in common. Aside from that, I am trying to see I am trying to see if there's anything showing okay, Georgia, as early as tomorrow. Yeah, this was yesterday, she said, this Sidney Powell. I'm looking, tells Lou Dobbs her Georgia lawsuit may be filed as soon as tomorrow. This was said yesterday. Was it yesterday? Let me see what day we're in today. Yeah, it was yesterday. So, yeah, she did not file the filings that she said she was going to file. It feels as if, I hope she's not leading us on. I mean, I see a lot of people commenting on it, on the article. But again, until I don't see evidence, I'm not going to jump the gun. I know that today was a victorious day. We should all grab a beer, or for those of you ladies out there, drink some wine, and we should celebrate, because it was a sort of a victory for Donald Trump today, and for General Flynn, who deserves to be with his family, who deserves to have a peaceful Thanksgiving. I think he's probably going to have the best Thanksgiving he's ever had, knowing that he is free and clear, although the damage has already been done to him, unfortunately, and the money's not coming back, the money he lost in all these legal battles. But nevertheless, the man deserves what he got. He served our country, and in return, our country betrayed him. The FBI betrayed him, which most of them didn't even serve the military or have done not even close to what that man's done for this country. Anyways, I don't know about you guys. I might be going to that rally in December, and that big rally for Donald Trump in December. As the days keep ticking, I keep getting more and more worried, and I think a lot of Americans are getting worried as well. I think I'm not the only one that's getting worried. I think a lot of Americans are getting real worried that we're not going to be able to stop the transitioning of power, and that the end result's going to be Biden. And that might be it. But I hope Donald Trump takes a bunch of them down with him. I hope he catches all these people in the act. I hope a lot of people get arrested for committing fraud. I strongly, although I'm realistic, and I think of things as in a realistic point of view, because you've got to have some reality as well. I still strongly believe this election was rigged, and I don't think anybody's ever going to be able to change my mind on that. I mean, it's just something that's never going to change my mind. So yeah, and today this was the funniest thing. We had another moment from Joe Biden where he actually stepped up and he's saying, we're following the science. We're following the science. You should all stay home. You should all stay home. Follow the science. This is science-based. Well, reality check. There's been no study that has shown that outdoor dining affects, changes the outcome of whether or not you get COVID-19. Reality check. Nancy Pelosi went to a hairstylist during the time that she had everyone shut down. Reality check. Gavin Newsom was having dinner with high officials in the medical department, the people that are handling this COVID-19 situation for him in California, indoors, more than 10 people. The hypocrisy goes on. Andrew Cuomo had no other choice but to cancel because he knew he wasn't going to CDC guidelines and people were complaining about it. So again, and we can go on. We can go with the Michigan governor, Whitmore, who's a joke, who is not going to get reelected, has no future in politics. She's horrible. Maybe in the Democratic Party, God knows. I mean, the Democrats always manage to put in the worst candidates in office. I mean, Joe Biden being the perfect example. Guys, we all know this was rigged. The reality is we all know this was rigged. Can they prove it? That's all I'm saying. That's the hardest part in everything. That's the hardest part in life, is proving something when so many people are involved and so many powerful people are involved. I still strongly believe the election was rigged, but without evidence, we can't prove it. I mean, we do have affidavits. We have enough, but is it enough to overturn an election? And the likelihood of that seems very slim. I will tell you, I'm disappointed in Fox News. I feel like they're not giving any coverage to the court hearings with Trump. I think that in their minds, they've accepted a Joe Biden presidency. So those of you who listen to Fox should probably steer in another direction, because it doesn't seem like Fox, aside from Tucker Carlson, Laura Ingraham, and Sean Hannity, I don't see anybody defending Donald Trump over there. I think they wanted back the old establishment. I think they wanted it just as bad as the Democrats, and they played along with it. I don't think they care about us. I think that they look at most Trump supporters as dumb individuals, and it's sad to say, but that is the reality, and I think that we should show them how dumb Americans are going to stop helping them make money in their networks. That being said, I have a special message from someone, another endorsement, which is great. Made me feel real good when I received this. So tune in, look.
Hey, this is Corey Lewandowski, and I just want to call and say thank you for all that you're doing to run your small podcast called The Republican Nation. Look, I know that it's not easy sometimes to run a podcast, but I want to call and say thank you for having everybody tune into The Republican Nation, where America always comes first. So let's keep America great. Let's continue to support President Trump and all those that have supported him throughout the last 5 years. I can tell you something, that our fight is not over. We'll continue to make sure that we're putting America first, and that those on the left who want to have socialism determine our future will never be successful. All the best to you, and there's still more fight in us. You take care.
That was a relief to receive that call. It was an amazing relief. I was excited that he checked out my show. Yes, it is a significantly small podcast considering there's so many bigger podcasts out there. But nevertheless, coming straight from Trump's team, they're fighting. They haven't given up. So I wouldn't give up on him either. He never gave up on us. We have to continue the good fight. We have to continue to stand by our president, no matter what scrutiny we get from the left, no matter how much criticism we get from the left, no matter what attacks, no matter what they call us. We stand tall. We stand proud. We're Americans. We love this country. We love our president. And we just want transparency. We just want every legal vote to be counted and every illegal vote not to be counted. We don't want to be cheated. We all went out there and we all voted for our president. We determine who's the president, not the media and not the crooked left. We the people. God bless you. God bless your families. And have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving tomorrow. Enjoy your family. We don't know how long they're going to be here. A lot of older folks are out there. And enjoy the most you can out of your family. And God bless this beautiful country we call America.
America great again.
Hi, it's Judge Janine. I want to thank you for listening to the Republican Nation podcast. It's an important podcast to listen to because the Republican Nation is all about the Constitution, the First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, and all of those rights that are important to all of us. We've got to make sure that America doesn't lose any of those rights and that we stay true to our founding fathers' intent. So thanks again for listening to the Republican Nation.